Asra kasian komo obi bia se na nwumres wo dem afiri ato A24 radio e bread sense some e koso memo say diabo no ayato ne din trending news na nwumre sinkonwa wa fidie iso na yede bi esomo se kase na some e dey ba na de edima kotene ebi ene se judges anase a lawyer for and penifo wo mo ete case a yeto abawie ye penifo atabri ede eko Supreme Court no one judges woma akasa amde ato edwasen semtrefo enye se omo hunu na omo nembom ene press conference omo ye no mo kire mu se omo ema no kredie na afi so ntwemedi a omo edi no omo betimi a criticize judges nembom so omo di omo atem ne de ene de omo nyimfrim.
Tomorrow the court will speak. When judges speak, that's the end of our role. It's not our place to get into studios, into debates, and to explain. That responsibility falls to you. Let's be circumspect about vile, improper, unfortunate language.
Yabeba san ensem no esosan enso ena yekopie mu ewo vetting committee won so enhwehye anase wonjumedi a omo edie no emu a 2 anase nipa mienu a omo eka nipa miensa edom kuma na reject omo no omo ede enkrate dia dance ese omo kopie mu Supreme Court nsem omo kai nyina no eye ensem ana eye no kre no omo dia ba bonten ama majority for no so kasafa on nipa a wodi dom todo no anim eyo say chairman sabonso wakasafa sansem no
in the matter relating to upon Kuma honorable member of Force he brought the relevant documents to prove that
sa enso ena yeko ensem foforo enso a Auditor General Yura Dumalivo another wase na djuma ase mretintin a wode ekotwa holidays no wase na djuma ase anase okopie mu ema yese no ema woko leave no say dey wase na djuma ase
any issues, but it will be a disrespect to you before to just look at you and ignore you. So
Yabeba sa ensem no so sa enso ena positive omo asantemantem say wo mo de statement about bonten a wo mo echirem say ejumaka se kese eni bomfa ntokwa e wo mabru no anaso omanfo a wo ho na entem no eye ade se omo ehwe ama sa ensem no eto 21 pa ena ode akoma mabru no omo de ama mabru no se wo mo nim no omo ekon na pra ana cement me wase ba ma obi efri ma ne nipa ye bechew o sa ensem no na chese nya asem keto akra so twen ebeko ede ama yewura police PRO ASP Gordon Ehianyo wakasa fa sansem no
ka asem trom se utu bi akoma so be kunu ana so be prana etumbra enti yentina se na ye nhwem obi amfam branchen nsem no nko ye ntutu asem okobo ede bom ni se obi bia ye be chini bia no ye de no be di se na mbrase eso nkan hu no se ne omo ye no e critic fear and panic and so criminal ti ye no so yeso mu a ye de wo be di ni se na mbrase
IGP nso akasa fa posifo wona setenam nsem titiru na sentem abetojo asa posifo ba miensa de o ma hye akonfo na no na special program and as a workshop ye de be hye so ama posifo ama o ma setenam na o mo ye die mu ene o ma dwene mu enso yetimi aboawura mu ama o mo anya asetena epa na dwumadi no enche opon buonu awoye IGP wakasa fa won
and give the concern to the police administration. We need to find a solution to this, and this is one of the ways in which we can find that solution. When you, the commanders, are the front line, first of all, you must take this concept.
Yekopiem ewon nalirigu nso a school for omo ewon nalirigu college nursing college you program amokoye ya chese COVID-19 protocols on breaking you know abeto just entertainment prefect nso apostle for action no
but it was done without the school's approval.
And some way near for pin and enumerate some Frederick Donko Yatna say beto a day amamos trending news. Well, the best says Sima at Gianai and Tem. Midin Edward Donko Papa Smiley Ken David and Abuafuina. Omo aka ofidiem say womona soya sana and enumerate yedin semno somos trending news. So benya yen e modernghana.com Zeno Radio Sanson and tune in www.24radio. Facebook ya 24 TV Sanso and a 24 Radio. Oko on ma on sabeka en Sanso and a YouTube and so a 24 TV. Once again within Eddie Edward Donko. Afe yana nyumren sem no emu enchemu enie. Yen shase enfa enfree ensema ekoso ewo the Supreme Court ensem no ehom. Na no na betojo ase nyame ya adom ochina busumi de toso enan eye judgment day de ema sa ensem no. Yekoto aba December ne da toso enson ekoyi omampani sanso na mrahye bedwafo ahenu edioson enum 275 ebetojo no NDC amanyekuo no won frank etufo John Dramani Mahama uchirim se sa ensema na results Electoral Commission or the betu janya de se ekoyi ema no nti ode nsem no koda Supreme Court na omotena ase no be se busumi mienu eni omabobbo sa ensem no ho a yame adomo china ena omode atemo eba sa ensem no ho na eno ena ebetu jwa be se na otwenie ene ajajifo ye ne ensem trefo de chese omokane enso aka omokane aka Nano no betu de batu jwasen sembia ye kan fa wo mo hono e wo se etwesan ena nsem trefo ye nso ye press conference mpanifo di anim ye press conference de batu jwasen mpanifo ankasa ensem ne ye na eno ena ade beche ama judgment day etimi aba no de abetodwa ene se yewra justice Kulinde yewra justice Kulinde ode abetodwa a wo kiremu se sene ensem no esitie no Yoni Kulinde ede atujwa se nsem no esitie no e wo sensem trefo ye wo ho kwan se ye be criticize ajajifo e won dwumade outdoor na mom ye kwa na ye di wo matam ne de eno de entwaye eno nti ye nhwe se ye nsem ye ka no ye misinform Ghana for sa enso ena afenso ye kan nsem na ye behwe ye na nsem no nokura wom bia no ye timi ede atujwa na ye ntwitwa amanfo echi anase ye mo ye ndi obia atem ewo won dwumade a wo mo edi ma na press conference no say na sikoye.
Tomorrow the court will speak. When judges speak, that's the end of our role. It's not our place to get into studios, into debates, into commentaries, and to explain. That responsibility falls to you as the anchors who take information out. So if you inform, you can also misinform. Because at the end of the day, the Ghanaian people own the process. And it's important that they understand what went on, and that when the judges speak, irrespective of our preferences, our likes and dislikes, by the rules of engagement, the referee blows the whistle and the lots fall where they fall. And His Lordship has said, I should tell you that as trustees of the People's Power of Justice, we are willing and happy to be criticized. Criticize us as violently as you can, but for Christ's sake, don't insult us. Don't berate us. Don't speak hatred. Don't malign us. Don't, because like yourselves and the work that you do and the heart that you bring to bear on it is a similar responsibility. It's a similar consciousness with which judges embrace their work. As a lawyer, I thought I knew judges. I spent my whole life in these buildings, and I mean, they're not, I can say in all humility, but in the transition I have made, I have come to appreciate the complexities, the difficulties, the challenges of being a judge. And sometimes the sleeplessness that you go through in making sure that you can take a decision that you live with in your conscience, and that you are true to your oath. And so, by all means, criticize us because you are the owners of the process. But let's be circumspect about vile, improper, unfortunate language.
Any a openi baako ono so nim depa na oka justice no anase judges no eho yewra justice Yoni Kulinde ena yete nka ewo ho no na president ede ema Ghana Bar Association yewra 24 no ono so ede ato edwa wo kirem se ensem no se de siko ebia obi asem no beto odwa na afom bia no wonfa enche ewo eho na eno ena ochire nsem no mu esei
sure that they want to demystify the
one or two excesses, and I'll use this opportunity on behalf of all the lawyers to render an unqualified apology, if there be one needed, to all the authorities involved in the discipline of lawyers. Indeed, after the elections and throughout the petition, tempers were very high. And as much as I believe that every lawyer is imbued with the ethics of the profession, sometimes some considerations would make you slip here and there. As human beings, even in court sometimes, we even forget some of the issues and we ask for amendments. So I pray that whoever may have said something untoward towards any person as a lawyer, I render an unqualified apology. Going forward, I will ask that all lawyers, after hearing the judgment tomorrow, will lend their intellectual power to the media and to the general public and show leadership in explaining what people do not understand. That is what we have been trained to do.
President Ede Emma Ghana Bar Association yewra 24 ene yetene nka ewo eho no Bobby Benson so de atudwa ono so lawyer achechirem said the ensem no esi ekoyeye ena afin so na expectation wo nyame adoma Supreme Court won judgment day omode eba ewo 2020 December 7 abaye to ye no eho no so ne nchemo no say ne sikoye
sure that they want to demystify the idea that the judiciary are made up of persons that are not part of the society. They don't understand what is going on, and they only sit there and then apply the law as they see it without thinking of the impact it will have on the society. I believe that it's a step in the right direction. Just as I believe the military sometimes have open days where they allow civilians to come in and then just experience how the military just to demystify that arm of government. So I believe that is a step in the right direction. The letter was issued for the judicial service. The judicial service is an artificial entity which can see and be sued. It is separate from the judges. The judges are members of the judicial service, just as the judicial service are. So, in as much as there are some aspects of the statement issued on behalf of the judicial service and the manner in which some of the words were couched have met a lot of resistance, I think that we should not look away from the essence of that statement, which is reminding all of us the duty, the responsibility that we have, which comes from the right that we have to protect the judges. We also have the responsibility to make sure that we cross the boundary and enter into the realms of contempt. So I think that we can look I expect it to be a long judgment. I expect that it will be a very reasoned judgment, and the Supreme Court is used to delivering, so that for every issue that the resolution would be on, we would have reasoned judgment made up of the facts, the law, the application, and the conclusion. And I suspect that we may have a case where almost every judge that sat on the panel would write his or her own decision.
NTA Bobby Benson one also mranimni ene no bon komo fasa ensem no ehono mame Gloria hiaze openi kwanchrefo oda giba ano so ade atudwa awosrese ni kwai se ye fansem trefo so incite public no against the judges.
Throughout this whole, in fact, throughout their life as media practitioners, we also appreciate the depth to which they have been bringing us information and educating us on the proceedings of the judiciary. we are friends. Let us not see each other, that is the judiciary and media. Let us not see each other as people from distant poles, but rather we work together to achieve a common end. And so, in the light of all that Mr. Akomoni said, which was quite extensive, I'd just like to add my voice to this to encourage us to continue doing our work to the best of our ability and reduce the excesses that have sometimes characterized our reportage.
Gloria here's Edda Giba ano and on so another your press conference what is and some no etu eja na Auditor General yewra Mr. Daniel Du Malivo na July 1 2020 enebeto dwa say yes no ema ni liver na also call apal be say 180 days otimi ekoye na ene day ene so ya otimi resume in adwuma internet day anopa be say nongotwe abapa onsima aduo no ena yewra demolivo etimi kopie mu e wona office okoho nso na normal dada na kwemu kama a onya bre etimi ekoye ohaw a na wona office wonso empanifo hwe effects ye na wantimi ni centrefo ankasa emretentene na okopie mu e wo adwuma mu centrefo ho no ani bu be se edu enum enotimi egina so de kasa ne nsemo kan no enie
any issues, but it will be a disrespect to you before to just look at you and ignore you. So once again, thank you very much for showing concern and for coming. Thank you.
Any Auditor General yewra Daniel Dumaluvo ena yete ne nka ewo ehonom na yeko ensem foforo ma yewra mu ewo vetting committee no mu ensem na eno ena abetodwa se enipa mienu a womo eka enipa miensa yebo omudin se minority de abetodwa se enya de da se womo obefua so amietimi avete womo amoma be ministers na eno ena ene dey se enipa mienu mechere kojo upon kromasa enso ena free akoto information minister sanso ena agriculture minister womo etimi edikrata abedi adanse sen sama mo kan no no kretrodo ena omo etimi ekan enunti ensama minority ne kasen kontompo dabrabasam ena omkokan oveti no eso no enya de se eye no kre ne no ena osei chime sabunso da edom toto no osi anamu no edi eka ensem so omo ebomoden ama ensem a minority for no eka ye committee no so no omo so etimi ahwehwem
in the matter relating to Upon Kuma, honorable member of Francis he brought the relevant documents to prove that he didn't perjure himself. So we want to go through and then see the position. I think the same thing goes for the minister designated for agriculture. We want to look at that. And then
given a contract which records the state about 50.
Want to look at that. He submitted some documentation, and I'm looking at it. So far, in my concerned opinion, if the documents is submitted to me, the relevant documents, then I get the impression that he rather sought to right what is wrong, to really have the way smoothed for our farmers and exporters. So unless there's something contrary to that I don't know, on account of the document that is submitted to me, I think rather he should be commended and not be bastardized.
Any majority leader or HMS Sabos and can how come since so can be found?
Well, the Attorney General Department is saying that, well, there's nothing before us for the time being. Can anything then be held against her? In 2009, the Honorable Mumuni, who had been nominated for Foreign Affairs, when he was nominated for the position, he took the matter, I think just before the nomination or whatever, he took the matter of the findings of the Auditor General against him to court, challenging it. The courts had heard the matter. They have not just given a ruling. My own position at the time was that we should wait for the ruling.
Now, Osanso to us, so say, any panic show one more competencies, and yes, say, ye quack party, sembia, nothing so ye quack bo, Nipa on betting Abua, Ama, and Ghana and Kanko, Akosono, ye call two or more actually.
Competence or incompetence in his or her area. It is something that is debatable because we are ministers. So you can't zero in on the competence or otherwise of the person for a particular ministry, which is what I think Parliament should be doing. But we don't do that because of the fact that ministers who are shuffled don't come to Parliament. And I thought that going forward, that should be what Parliament should be doing.
Any TA or say chairman Sambon so one majority leader na vetting once and seminal or DB atu anymore. Parliament a breaky best now chimiensa any na eno say omri abetu dwa say nyame adoma e brande di enimu busumi da toso enkono na na dodan kwa Kufuado beba na one Ghana ya ba bihiem ama main nkan ko se de sigina no watimi de emu ensem atoyen anim eno enton enchen so Ghana ya konhumansem seti esiti no so empanifo bema kwan ama Ghana fo nso atimu ensem se de etie nyina na eno enomde atodwa se senie finance minister yaboni din yenya emfa ni din converting emayen approve no enya de se ebia ono ene betimi aginem nemom de omde betudwa ene se Ghana yemampani abedi achire his excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia betimi ay possible se ono ena ebetimi edi yen enim.
Article 67 of the Constitution to deliver to Parliament a message on the state of the nation at the beginning of each session of Parliament and before a dissolution of Parliament. His Excellency has given an indication to me that he is ready to meet the obligation on Tuesday, 9th March 2021. Still within this meeting, in accordance with Article 179 of the Constitution, His Excellency has given further indication that he is caused to be prepared and is ready to be presented and laid before this House the budget for the 2021 financial year on Friday, 12th March 2021 for consideration and approval.
Any TA Ghana and Speaker of Parliament Yera Ban Backben and Odessa and Sama Mekan mu Inchrimu Ede Emayen na IGP James Opombuano and Ghana Police Service from the Avlet to just say na say entem nipa be semiensa a omoya pose for na etimi ahwere omo enkwane nyina ene say omo ankasa efetio anaso omo na eyi omo ekra efri ho na no na aposifo eyen hyehyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ye workshop bi ma aposifo yi na omo adwirimu omo adwumamu ene omo tebie mu no me ha omo nyina no omo timi ama omo enkyechemu sɛne ɛbɛyɛ a ɔhaw a omo efem omo ntimi encontrol na omo niso no wie sɛ omo enkonkɔhyɛ omo ho akonfo no omo etimi edifiti sa ɔhaw no James Opombuano.
Committees inside are very regrettable, and this is a concern to the police administration. We need to find a solution to this, and this is one of the ways in which we can find that solution. When you, the commanders, are the front line. So first of all, you must take this call seriously and ensure that you yourself, as a supervisor, do not fall victim to the stress and the very mischief that we want to overcome. It is the policy that the counseling unit will serve as an appropriate avenue or time of personnel to express their psychological concerns for appropriate redress. It is expected that the unit, which is staffed by competent personnel, will roll out a broad range of programs to improve psychological concerns of our personnel and help them to overcome their struggling state. The police administration anticipates that the counselors will focus on individual treatment as well as group therapy to help others in similar situations. This may help guide persons through the difficult transition of going from addicts to functional personnel in the service.
NETA Ghana yen Inspector General of Police Yewra James Opompoanu and on the sign and semno eto eja ema no mame otonkra ede ema police jumano mame shela abeye backman ono so echiremu interventions a womodi egu ho ema aposifo yi.
On their concerns are already known by the police administration. It is the reason why several actions are being taken to address the issues holistically. And so this workshop that we are referring to will make commanders better managers of personnel, such that if it is about managing the human resource, if it is about managing time, if it is about managing resources such as uniform, commanders will be better equipped to do that, so that we don't unduly overwork our officers, or we don't overwork our officers to the detriment of our health. So actually, as you heard the Inspector General of Police yesterday, which you have played to listeners, ongoing. So yes, some of the concerns are genuine and they are parts of the issues that are being addressed. Those that are perhaps not, for instance, if you talk about uniform, last year you yourselves reported widely that uniforms have been given to officers to the extent that although we had tailors and seamstresses, because we needed officers to have new uniforms early, they were given money to go and get them sewn outside. So some of them, for instance, full population ratio, it will come with recruitment. Some of them are within the realms and ambit of the police administration to solve them immediately. But others also require advocacy and doing things gradually. So they're being addressed, and hopefully in the month, just tell the media when it is the police that will have to solve the problem that we work with. Just that we will work within 8 hours, but when the exigencies of the service require, we work extra hours. So it depends on the duty that is being performed for a particular day or a particular period.
NETA mame otonkrama Ghana yana policy jumedie no na yetene kan ho no na Dr. Collins Bedu Ajiman where president ede ema Ghana psychologist on Kambom Ekuno na no de atu edwa ono so echirem hia sesa dwumadi etimi ebaso.
Some of the challenges that they go through, they need to succumb to the leadership structure, you need to obey directions and what have you. But if you look at the problem confronting the police, currently we are working with them so that they will adopt a holistic approach to supporting all officers. So from the management perspective, we've had series of engagement with the top leadership. We've supported them what they need to do. One of the foremost things they needed to do was to take a short-term measure, trying to reach out to the officers, getting to them, which I know it has been done, is an attempt to debrief them, get to know how they feel, what is happening, the supporting helplines that they need to reach out to. I'm also aware, cadets, we are engaging these ones. These are more or less the IGPs within the divisions, within the district. They rub shoulders with the men who are on the ground. They need to know how their behavior, their leadership patterns, their listening ability, the psychological first aid that they provide can be an immediate help to whatever they are doing. And the last part that we are trying to help them do is to look at the recruitment processes, the training processes. We want to integrate mental health, psychology, wellness, and proper coping mechanisms as part of all the streams of training, so that right from the recruits, they will be assisted. Right from the officer rank, they know what they need to do, how they can empower themselves, how they can strengthen others, and how they can also be there for others. So it's a holistic work that we need.
Any a Dr. Collins Bedu Ajiman, where president at the Emma Ghana Psychological Association. No, and yet in can ewo ehonum na anso and odi to just say a posifo no some or how an amani bia e was say nimonimu na no mo etimi etu anamon no omo akwa akopiem ewo baabia e was say womo eko no mo atimi ajimra emwa efri ho.
Talk to someone you trust. Seek professional help. There's always a way out in trying to manage life-related challenges. And what I can say is that if you are a neighbor, a friend, by assuring someone that things will be better, is there any way I can assist you? Is there any help I can offer? Just hold on tightly, we can make it. It's enough to strengthen one person to continue to live on with hope rather than despair.
Yera so ewo aposi for jumedie na yenko na ensema eno so sorry na otwi mu eye ejumaka sekese eni bonfa omde bo ani ma nipa no bi ehwere womo enkwa no na wana emebru bi amom mmeneso a womo echirem se sede nsem no esitie na omahu se nyame adoma Pospeni wa santimantema se kwa kupim ewo mechia himfie akwa akoka ensem no ehu bibi na no ena omode ensa egu foma wo mo chese mebru na bodua pa awomo chemse se pospeni nim no kotwa nkontompo ono mani nsuo odo o mafre o nsuo be sensia nsuo no ne wo mo eni na ensem no se de siko ye no enie
di amamatu ayanta abusuwa di asecho ye ho ahie nyinala ye do mu nyina abodua so wo mu tiase na se ye nananom asanso kofode ni tekwadi akyerama so wo no wate ase na so wo nyina wo ho a woni abusuwa di asecho ye ho ahie nyina wo mu tomum wom no obi o twa ntwe wom ni nyonyono ko fi so mu nsu bewu akwakoto aka ewusu bie na se ma ano no
Any eti emebunu a womo enso ewo bia yefre ehonom ajumaka kese a womo ene aposifo ede eboni ema ebinum ehwere womo enkwa no ena yenso yede bi asommo no na chese enyasem ketwa kra na yebekoso na yasre emebunu no se de ensem no esi ekono wamo ento omobo sene ebeya ensem no intimi enje ensemo ewo ehonom trending news ena uguso a wo etie no ensem no sede sitie no ena yabo bi beda yede esomo ewo ehonom na eno entonten enso ena enedai aposifo ewo asantemantema sei womo moto de otonkra ema womo ene edom no ehia nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ema enhyehyɛye ene ensɛm ahodo a wɔmo ede ato emebunu anim no nso wɔmo atimi afrɛ nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ na wɔmo akabi akyerɛ wɔmo sɛ unnim woyɛ babunu na unnim na akɔkɔdi nsɛmɔne ema ɔkra bi ehwe no nkwade a ene asotwe a wɔmo ede bɛma wo de enya asɛm ketewa kra de tie enie na opani a ɔkasa ede ema aposifoɔ yi eye yewura ASP Godwin Ahianyo ono no police PRO utimi ejina edom anim ekasa ye ede aposifo hyehyeye no so eto eja
ka asemi trom no se utu obi akoma so bekunu anaso be prana etumbra enti yentina ase na yenhwem obi amfam branche nsem no nko yentutu asem okobo ede bom ni se obi bia ye bechi ni bia no ede no bedi se na mbrase some kind of to say, no more, you know, a critic fear and panic. And so, a criminal, and also you saw more at the old beginning, the son of the best the big fan when you so release the issue, statement issue, so extend this strong warning. I'm on my granny say, or more attack your money, and say, on no so my granny. The son said, we be able to soon mobiano, engine, don't find in the agro crack. Even tonight, so as a command, near high now, when you phobia and friend by ancient same and whatever service, there was a two communities. A regional police command being forced to share information now more. A Macassi Cassi and one friend Wakasa. My phone sure police say, when you baby no becasa now or more day Ashungiaba. See this way, so we be a back and come out to the Jama information. And so media form report was asking we want to say very circumspect in their reportage in order not to create more tension and anxiety among the people. Thank you.
Any police PRO was Santimantema say Yera Godwin Ahiano and yet ten canon or the two just say and who be here say a mebruno and so a beca warmo eho abum ama asundie etimi aba nkrumi no intem.
Yambuna war in Makasi Kessi. I work in Jakwa South District, Ashanti men where my dream say Mono Egopapotua share, the Bebuno more bonfaso. Now I been say be pro be the police command no person can semi-tron said uchu bi akuma so be kunu anaso be. Okay, yantua ensem no eso na ochimu ene beto dwase kopiem e wona ligu suku a etete omomo ehwe Ghana yen mechre anesefo omokoye entertainment no na chese COVID-19 protocols no yade se omo etimi edi so na eno na police penia owo na ligu dia beto dwase yachi entertainment prefect owo school num efise ono na waji atum ebeto dwase oka ho bi no waji atum se ampa womo eno mo organize program no na police commander owo na ligu eni edi nkomo no nsem se bi eno kan
such a program took and the program continued until close to 10 p.m. there about that he finally came with one other person to actually put a halt to it. But between the early hours like 7:30 p.m. to that 10 p.m. some program had taken place there. There was quite a mass gathering over there. And so he made mention of the entertainment prefect whom we are also invited and presently he is with us. We are interrogating him to ascertain why he did so in contravention with the restriction orders. The student by the police after the entertainment prefect. I will not be able to put the details out for now because of the investigation which has just commenced. And he says he was organizing an entertainment program for and the first year students who have reported barely a month ago and who complained about having paid entertainment fees but nobody is entertaining them at the school. So he decided that he wants to organize such a program for them in order to calm down their agitations. Yes, end of the cooperation. In the end of the investigation, we will determine what final action we should be taking against him. We could take him to court. We could take another form of action. It could be a warning, judging from the point of the fact that he is a student. It could be any other thing that we will make a decision on.
Enti mprempre ayen mo kasai no school ni no ma posifo wada won kukumu na chese womo guso mo eye nhwehwemu fa ensem no eho COVID-19 active cases no gina 5295 na new cases a etimi abetodwa Ghana health service on website one 326 sanso na confirmed cases no 84,349 one more free mono 611 na one more do mo free yare no ana ya discharge wo no 78,443 ntimino ka say no enipa say Ghana ha say wo mo yare COVID-19 no won dodo empimnum ahenu adiokono enum empimnum ahenu adiokono enum 5,295 na no na FDA womo ede abeto eja a womo HM se sene ensem no esite enie wom gusua eye nhwehwemu na womo atoto enoma sene beya COVID-19 enro no ebiem ebetimi asaba beka eho ewo omema sei na panikwa nchefo a wada Food and Drugs Board ano a wode ensem yi etu edwa no ena ochrim se womo ene China for so ena India for gusua edinsa woso sene beya enro no yensa betimi akambiem.
That is called the Sputnik vaccine from Russia. As soon as once we do the evaluation to ensure that it is of the right vaccine, the ministry will do the purchasing. We also have another 2 vaccines, one from India, one from China, that we have evaluated. As soon as we've done this, we'll let the minister know, and then they can go ahead with all the other plans. for making sure the vaccine is available. So that means that we have about 4 at the moment. We're also in discussion with another 3 more companies. And once they bring their documentation, we'll evaluate it. When we do this sort of thing in a pandemic, we use not more than 15 days. That means people work even Saturday and Sunday to review their documentation. So in a pandemic, we review this in 15 days. So in the next 10 days, we would have finished with the other 2 and let you know whether it is good to happen. So just be assured that even after you use the vaccine, we are still monitoring. There are very few side effects to this vaccine. The side effects to this vaccine are actually very mild. They are the normal side effects that you would get when you use any other vaccine. A bit of chills, maybe it will be managed by the Ghana Health Service team. And we will put it in our database just so that we have a database for Ghana. So
no na mpanifo a womo ewo buno mantam no mu e de abetudwa se womo saka nipa no biom susu se womo nye Ghana fo na womo afasebo akwan aba bepie mu ewo omem ase ya omdodo ye be se edio woche ensem yi betodwa ene ano enrada ene ensem no etimi ebetodwa na police pani a wo empotem honom e de atodwa se womo abo modin ye pa ema buno east mantam no mu omo ensa akasa foreigners yi omo break borders na omo enamo atimi ababe piem omo susu se ebinum eye Togo for ensam a omo echire mu no tse enya asem keto ayentie ensam no se di esitie
Regional Command of the Ghana Immigration Service. So we decided to mount surveillance and to ensure that such people do not come into Techiman or even remain in Techiman. On the 9th, we arrested 42 Nigerians who had come all the way from Niger through Burianga, and they were on their way to Cote d'Ivoire. We also arrested 25 Togolese nationals who have also entered Ghana. They were also traveling to Cote d'Ivoire, and we had to repatriate them. Interception of the Nigerians. In the afternoon, some of them went to the mosque to pray. And I believe we don't know what they have come in with. And that the imams of the various mosques should be very careful.
Policy penny on so ewo Blue East region ena yetene nka immigration officer yewra chief superintendent ano ena yetene nka ewo eho no yenyina so ne emfe trending news ni nyina ensimidin ede edwedon ko papa smiley ne so ya seme ne ensem no mote ya kramo.
All right. Oh, now Jesus be too much, oh. Too much for me now. See how they love me. Me too, I go love them so, my body. With my soul, spirit, and body, with everything now. Me be my kumenina. Ledo. You see. Me be my hodinina. Bass